All right, first garden tour, June 21st, 2022. There's my garlic planted last fall. As you can see, the scapes are getting close. Be harvesting those within the next few weeks. 2 beds of garlic. That is a bed of kale. It's not doing so hot because, as you can see, a tree is starting to shade these beds in the afternoon. Here's a bed that was spinach earlier this spring, which I just covered yesterday. Be pulling that cover off in a couple weeks and planting my next crop in there, probably some more lettuce. Here is a bed with romaine lettuce and Swiss chard running down the middle. Be harvesting from that pretty soon. Here is a bed of, you can't see it that well with the sun, but this bed here in the center of the screen is a bed of young scallions with pumpkins running down the middle. The scallions will be harvested before those pumpkins get big, and then the pumpkins will take over. This is a bed here that you can barely see anything, but there are, what are these? These are winter squash. So spaghetti and butternut squash with some carnival squash down at the end. There is a row of radishes planted around this, actually kind of like a circle planted around the plants to try to protect, add a little bit of resistance to the pests. Similar to what I've done here, just those radishes haven't sprouted yet. This is a row of jalapenos interplanted with some leaf lettuce, all planted with a surround of radish. This is a bed of lettuce down the middle with sweet pepper surrounding it. The lettuce will be ready, within the next week or two. That'll be harvested out of there, and then the peppers will really take off here later in the summer. This is my bed of zucchini, summer squash, and yellow zucchini. Also surrounded with radish to try to provide some insect protection. This is a bed of scallions, or it's a bed of beans with scallions run down the middle. Hey, Larry! This is a bed of tomatoes. This is Arbison slicer tomatoes, and down at the end are Paul Robesons. Underplanted with some more chard, with basil down at the end. This row here is cherry tomatoes, underplanted with kale. This is my herb bed. There's actually overwintered oregano here on the top of the bed with some seeded cilantro and some dill, which is doing pretty good right now, with some more overwintered oregano, some transplanted parsley. This is a scallion bed, just about ready to be harvested, with leeks run down the middle, and some volunteer tomatoes from last year, because last year this was a tomato bed. We've also got marigolds at the top and bottom of every bed, as you can see there. This is a bed of beets with a random sunflower in the middle. This is my carrot bed with peas on a trellis down the middle. This is my celery bed with lettuce planted down the middle. That'll be harvested within the next couple weeks and out of there by the time the celery wants to get big. This is my bed of Napa cabbage with leeks run down the middle. This is a bed of purple cabbage with radishes planted down the middle, which have almost all been harvested now. This is a bed of green head cabbage, also with radishes run down the middle, which have also almost all been harvested now. This bed here is a bed of red onions, all red onions. This is a bed of yellow onions with a marigold at the end and a sunflower starting to come up. And this is my flower bed. There's 2 rows of zinnias on the outside with a row of sunflowers behind. Oh, and this bed of onions here, I've planted some cukes. Those are just starting to come up. There's some cucumbers right there. There's a dill I stuck in there that I needed a home for. I've also got some, what are these? These are muskmelons, cantaloupe. I've interplanted in the onions here. Hopefully they just act kind of like a ground cover and do their thing. More sunflowers. And I think that's just about the gist of it. As you can see, it's getting pretty good. Later this summer, this will be all the vegetables you could ever want to eat. Happy growing, everybody. It's summer.